All right. So Philippe, we're here at Hacker Dojo for the Asian Women Professionals in Technology, I believe, event tonight. And we were just talking to you earlier, and you're here visiting from Berlin with a company that deals with payments in games. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, so basically the company's called Sponsored Pay. We've been out of stealth mode for about 8 months now, or 9 months. We started as a monetization platform for browser games in Europe. So we've been working with GameForge and BigPoint, which are the biggest players in Europe.
Right.
And they also have a very large presence in international markets for browser games, so like MMO, RPGs. We saw the potential of Facebook and social apps, and we see that a lot of users in Europe are starting to play social apps on Facebook. Of course, there's a delay after the Americans started the whole thing, and we see that there are not a lot of social app developers in Europe at the moment. So we think that there's like a disparity between the traffic, the European traffic, and the amount of European developers. So now we're in San Francisco developing business and trying to monetize in a better way, in a more effective way, the European traffic of social app developers.
Okay.
So that's why we're here representing our company, trying to make them understand the benefits of working with a European company that's there all the time, that knows advertisers. And we started from an offer-based model, so like OfferBell, Rewards in the US and some other companies. And we moved to a payment aggregator model as well. So we're like a bit catching up with them on that. And we're working with PayPal. We're integrating PayPal and credit cards and some other methods as well, mobile and so on. And we're trying to just offer the best solution for any publisher trying to monetize their traffic in Europe.
And are you guys, where are you in the rankings, so to speak, in Europe versus the US?
You mean us as a company?
I guess as a company, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's not a formal
ranking
yet, but I'd say that definitely internationally, OfferPal and Super Rewards are the biggest. You can especially take in their Facebook traffic, not in other games.
Right.
But we're very well positioned as the leader in Europe. There are some other players that like to say they're the European leaders, to sell it here in the US. But we actually acquired a few months back the second biggest competitor that's also German. And our platforms integrated are much larger than any other competitor. At the moment we have close to 40 employees in Berlin. And we're also hiring some people here in San Francisco now. So it's the second biggest competitor that's out of the US probably has about around 15 employees, so you can tell from that. And also we work with all the biggest publishers in Europe, such as GameForge, BigPoint, InnoGames, Frogster, and so on. And we're also trusted partners for American developers and international developers for Europe, like Indoors, Area Games, and so on.
Okay, so you mentioned you're hiring some developers here in San Francisco area.
Yeah.
Are they going to have to relocate to Germany, or are they going to be able to work here?
We are basically, we see that there's a lot of people still don't know our company, although they're the leaders we're the leaders in the market in Europe. People don't know us very well yet. So we'd like to create a better presence here in the US. So developers, I don't think we're going to be hiring any developers at the moment here, but business developers and marketing people and so on, sales personnel.
Okay, good, great. Anything else you want to tell us about your trip, your business? How's the trip been? You mentioned earlier when we were talking that you've been here about 5 or 6 weeks, I think. How have you found the city and the community here among the developers?
I think the community is great, and I definitely look forward to coming back probably several times a year. There's nowhere else like the Silicon Valley, I think, for doing business. It's just all those externalities that just make it the best place to do business. Although Berlin is a great place, it's a beautiful city. The weather is not that great, or not as great as here. we have a lot of developers. It's a booming city for startups. We have a lot of venture capitals and a lot of big companies a lot of small companies that are developing really fast. For example, the most successful social game developer from Europe is based in Berlin as well. It's called Wooga, and now they have like some of the biggest apps on Facebook.
Wooga?
Wooga.
Wooga.
So, yeah, Wooga.
Okay.
Wooga or Wooga, if you want to say
Okay.
it. Wooga in German. They have Bubble Island and Brain Buddies,
Okay.
which are like two very popular apps on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great city to do business, but I think that the Silicon Valley has the upper hand, is definitely the advantage. So it makes completely sense for us to be here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future have an office here, have established the operations here as well. So.
Yeah. And what do you think about the Hacker Dojo environment?
It's great. It's
you have
great.
something similar in Berlin, don't you?
Actually, I was talking to Shirley, who organized your event,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen anything like that in Berlin. I think
really?
there's some office space that's quite expensive, and they can rent a small office that's going to be your own.
Right.
But there's not such a community office space that you can just pay like a very low amount a month and come and share your knowledge with everyone else and just talk about business and maybe meet your next co-founder or something.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything like that. It's actually a great idea that could be.
I know that the Hacker Dojo was based on Super Happy Dev House, which I believe is in London.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of thought that there might be something else in Europe, maybe in Germany, but
I haven't heard of it.
you guys could start it.
Yeah.
You guys could start one now that you've seen the model.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Could be great. That's something I miss. Here, every day, there's something happening in the industry. So there's always something to do that can add value to you and like add knowledge to you and bring new ideas and new people that's important for you to meet. And I think that's very important. You know, and the community here is really close. I mean, everyone is open to sharing and to just learning and talking about new things. So that's something that definitely could be improved in Berlin. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm originally from Boston, and ever since I've been out here, I definitely feel like it's a family community. You know, everybody helps everybody else, and everybody knows each other, and you kind of see each other at events every week, and you know, become friends and get together and develop stuff, and then it's just fun.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I'm gonna try to do something and get closer to people in Berlin and try to just organize things on a regular basis. You know, have like maybe a meeting every month and start to do those things, because you have the meetings with your customers or with your partners, but you don't have just like spontaneous meetings that with communities. So I think that's lacking a bit.
I think that's what the Silicon Valley is so rich with, is its spontaneous ideas and bouncing things off of each other that create amazing things.
Yeah.
Just because of the energy and the thought process. So it's very cool. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.